If you're watching this, you're probably feeling the pressure. The med school interview, the moment everything you've worked for finally comes down to a few questions from a stranger. And let's be honest, most applicants walk in hoping to sound impressive, but end up saying the exact same things as everyone else. Today, I'm going to show you the exact steps, and the exact words, that top applicants use to leave their interviewers thinking, we need this person in our program. So take a deep breath, because by the end of this video, you won't just feel prepared. You'll feel ready. In this little medic video we will explore the structures that help elevate your responses to be clear, confident and memorable. Let's get started. Campus, character, academics, motivation, personality, experience, reflection, skills. For about you questions. For example, please tell me a little about yourself and your journey so far. Character. I would describe myself as someone with a strong character and a genuine commitment to helping others. Growing up, I was always the person friends and family turned to when they needed someone calm, reliable, and supportive, and those values shape the way I approach opportunities today. Academics. Academically, I have worked hard to build a solid foundation in the sciences and to develop disciplined study habits. I enjoy learning, especially when I can connect concepts to real-world impact, which is one of the reasons medicine appeals to me. Motivation. My motivation for pursuing medicine came from a combination of personal experiences and exposure to clinical environments. Seeing the difference that compassionate, skilled doctors made in people's lives made me want to work in a role that blends science with meaningful human connection. Personality. In terms of personality, I am approachable, reflective, and calm under pressure. I enjoy teamwork and often take on the role of organizing tasks or supporting peers when things get stressful. Experience. My experiences, whether in healthcare settings, volunteering, or leadership roles, have deepened my understanding of what a medical career involves. I have seen both the challenges and the rewards, and those experiences have strengthened my commitment. Reflection. Most importantly, I try to learn from everything I do. Reflecting on feedback has helped me build communication skills, resilience, and empathy, qualities I know are essential in medicine. Overall, I am someone who is committed to continuous growth, driven by a desire to contribute meaningfully to patient care. Skills. Finally, I have developed a range of skills that I believe will serve me well in medical school, including clear communication, teamwork, resilience, problem solving, and adaptability. I am comfortable working with diverse groups of people and confident in learning new skills quickly. Camp, contribution, attributes, motivation, proof. For why medicine questions. For example, what motivates you to pursue a career in medicine? Contribution. I want to study medicine because I want to contribute in a way that has a direct and meaningful impact on people's lives. I am motivated by the idea of working in a role where I can help patients through their most vulnerable moments, support their recovery, and make a positive difference in their long-term health. Medicine gives me the opportunity to combine science with service, and that is exactly the type of contribution I want to make. Attributes. I believe I have the attributes needed for a future medical professional. I am calm under pressure, empathetic, and a strong communicator. I enjoy working with others and naturally take on a supportive role in teams. I am also disciplined, resilient, and willing to put in sustained effort, which I know the medical field demands. Motivation. My motivation comes from seeing the impact of good healthcare firsthand. both in personal experiences and through my time in clinical and community settings. I was struck by how much of a difference clear communication, compassion, and clinical skill can make to a patient's experience. That combination of science, problem solving, and human connection is what inspires me to pursue medicine. Proof. I have tried to build experiences that reflect this commitment. Through volunteering, shadowing, and work in healthcare environments, I have seen the realities of medicine, including the emotional demands, long hours, and need for teamwork. Rather than discourage me, these experiences have strengthened my interest. They have shown me that I thrive in environments where I am supporting others, learning continuously, and applying myself with purpose. Star. Situation, task, action, results, reflect. For experience-based questions, for example, describe a challenging situation in a team setting and how you handled it. Situation. During my time volunteering at a care home, we were short-staffed one afternoon when several residents needed assistance almost simultaneously. Task. My task was to help ensure residents received proper support while communicating effectively with the team so that no one was overlooked. Action. I quickly coordinated with other volunteers, suggesting we prioritize residents with immediate needs and then divide the remaining tasks. I checked in regularly with colleagues, updated staff on my concerns, and spent extra time reassuring one resident who was becoming anxious. Result. As a result, everyone received the support they needed efficiently, the anxious resident settled, and the staff later thanked us for working effectively under pressure. It strengthened trust within the team and kept the environment calm for the residents. Reflection. Reflecting on it, I realized how crucial clear communication, adaptability, and empathy are in healthcare. It also showed me the importance of stepping up when situations become challenging. This experience reinforced my desire to pursue medicine, where teamwork and patient-centered care are essential. Peel, C. Position, explanation, example, link, conclusion. For opinion-based questions. For example, should healthcare professionals ever take industrial action? Explain your reasoning. Position. Overall, I do think doctors should have the right to strike, but it needs to be carried out in a way that protects patient safety. Explanation. Doctors need a mechanism to challenge unsafe working conditions, excessive workloads, or unfair pay. If these issues aren't addressed, it can lead to burnout, staffing shortages, and lower quality of care, which ultimately harms patients more than a carefully planned strike would. Example. For example, in recent NHS industrial actions, emergency and life-threatening services continued to run, and consultants covered critical roles to minimize risk. Although strikes are disruptive, they have highlighted issues around retention, workload, and funding that directly impact patient care. Without some form of collective action, doctors may feel powerless to address problems that affect both their well-being and the safety of the healthcare system. Link. Critics argue that strikes put patients at risk, disrupt services, and can erode public trust. These are valid concerns and why strikes should always be carefully planned, with emergency services maintained and patient safety prioritized. Conclusion. So, while strikes carry risks, I believe they are a necessary tool for doctors to advocate for safe working conditions, as long as patient care remains the priority. SPIES. Seek information, patient safety, initiative, escalate, support. For professional questions. For example, Tell me about a time you observed unprofessional behavior and what you did. Seek information. While volunteering in a hospital ward, I noticed a junior staff member making sarcastic remarks to a patient during routine check-ins. Before acting, I observed the situation carefully and spoke privately with the patient to understand how they felt. Patient safety. Although no physical harm was occurring, the patient's emotional well-being and trust in the healthcare team were at risk. Maintaining a supportive and respectful environment is an essential aspect of patient safety. Initiative. I approached the staff member privately, explaining how their words might negatively affect the patient and suggesting a more professional way to communicate. Escalate. When the behavior continued, I escalated the issue to the ward supervisor so it could be formally addressed, ensuring professional standards were upheld. Support. I supported the patient by reassuring them and checking in afterwards to ensure they felt heard and respected. I also helped the team reflect on communication practices to prevent similar issues in the future. Spikes. Surroundings. Perception. Invitation. Knowledge. Emotions. Strategy. For breaking bad news questions. For example, how would you deliver bad news to a patient or their family? Surroundings. I would find a private, quiet space and ensure the patient has support present if they wish. Perception. I would start by asking the patient what they understand about their condition to tailor the conversation. Invitation. I would check how much detail they want me to provide, respecting their preferences. Knowledge. I would deliver the news clearly, avoiding jargon, and give it in small, digestible pieces. Emotions. I would respond to their reactions with empathy, allowing time for silence, questions, and emotional processing. Strategy. I would outline the next steps, treatment options, and available support, making sure the patient feels involved and informed. Prove it. Principles, rights, options, values, evidence, impact, transparency. For ethical justification questions. For example, a patient refuses a life-saving blood transfusion due to religious beliefs. How would you handle this? Principles. This situation involves autonomy, the patient's right to choose, beneficence, to do good, and non-maleficence, to do no harm. Rights. As a competent adult, the patient has the legal and ethical right to refuse treatment, even if it may result in death. My duty is to ensure they are fully informed and supported in that decision and not to coerce them. Options. Alternative approaches could include non-blood treatments, such as volume expanders, other supportive therapies, or palliative care when appropriate. These options allow the patient to receive care that addresses their medical needs while respecting their values and beliefs. Values. Professional values include respect, empathy, and patient-centered care. Societal values also emphasize individual freedom and religious rights, which must be respected. Evidence. Guidelines from the GMC and hospital ethics policies reinforce that competent patients' refusal must be respected, provided they are informed. Alternative treatments or palliative care should be discussed if available and appropriate. Impact. In the short term, respecting the patient's choice preserves trust, maintains their dignity, and avoids immediate conflict or psychological harm. Long term, it upholds ethical and legal standards, strengthens the therapeutic relationship, and reinforces the culture of patient-centered care, whilst ensuring that the healthcare team reflects on ways to support similar cases in the future. Transparency. I would communicate openly with the patient and family, documenting discussions carefully. I would explain the risks, alternatives, and support available, ensuring decisions are transparent and legal. Thank you for listening to the Little Medic channel. Like and subscribe to get more Little Medic content.